What's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larsen, and you're listening to Sales Funnel Radio.
Welcome to Sales Funnel Radio, where you'll learn marketing strategies to grow your online business using today's best internet sales funnels. And now, here's your host, Steve Larsen.
Okay, so yesterday I was getting my hair cut, and I'm in the military, right? I'm in the reserves. I'm in the Army, and so they like your hair cut a certain way, right? And it's funny because when my hair feels long to everyone else, like it's barely noticeable now. It's like thinning out or whatever. It's funny though, because I go get my hair cut at the same spot like every 3 weeks, and the same girl's been cutting my hair. And it's funny, I'm such a ClickFunnels evangelist. It's totally changed my life. I just always wanted to be able to change others too. So I tell everyone about it. And I imagine a lot of you guys are the same way. You guys have messaged me personally, some of you, and talked about that a little bit. So I mean, I'll tell people at the grocery store. I'll tell people, just all over the place. And so I told, I've been telling the lady that cuts my hair, like, look, you got to go. And she's actually young. She's quite a bit younger than I am. I'd say, I don't know, probably like 21. And she, which I know isn't that much younger. You guys are probably going to laugh that I just said that. But anyway, she doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life. I kept on telling her, it's been like 2 times in a row, and I was like, hey, seriously, if you want to shortcut all the things that I had to go through to learn what I do, it took like 5 years, read the book .com Secrets, and then go get ClickFunnels and watch the Funnel Hacks web class. If you do those 3 things, that's what I tell everyone to do. If you're just getting started inside of ClickFunnels, those are the kinds of things you need to be doing. If you, because I spent so much time, so many hours. I can't tell you. It's funny. I don't know why, but I actually listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks while I'm at the gym. But I mean, I've been doing that for a very, very long time, staying up super late, reading like crazy on our couch for years and years and years, just studying my guts out. I remember, I think I told you guys a story also, that there came this point when I was just like, okay, I had just found ClickFunnels, and I had been working my guts out, like doing stuff with WordPress, and it was not that good. It was super rough, very, very hard. I'm not a coder or programmer. I'm self-taught on some things now, but especially back in the day, no, I had no idea how to code or program or anything. But I remember looking at myself in the mirror, and I was just telling a friend of this story actually, and I remember looking at myself in the mirror and thinking, like, realizing, oh my gosh, ClickFunnels is literally going to change the world. It's going to change the way everything is done, especially online, and it's been doing that. We've been growing like crazy. So I think there's 24,000 members now. And like 2 weeks ago, there was 21,000. I mean, it's exploding. It's been going nuts. So it's very, very exciting time for all of you guys as well. If you're not using it, please go get the trial. There's a free trial link that I have. It's at salesfunnelbroker.com /services. Resources. Go to the resources page. Anyway. I remember looking at myself in the mirror though, and like slamming down on the counter and being like, I am gonna get freaking good at building funnels. I'm gonna get good. I'm gonna be the best in the world. I want to go out and be the best. And I remember making that decision and looking myself right in the eyes and realizing that I was gonna do whatever it took to get good and to get amazing and to get to a place where I've got enough assets out online that I wouldn't need to work for anyone else. I wouldn't need to, and that's totally what's happened. I mean, I work for Russell Brunson because it's fun. I mean, I don't know, it's just cool to be here, and it's fun to be on the cusp of everything that's going on. I'm certainly a ClickFunnels evangelist, obviously, but I want you guys to be doing the same kind of thing, to be slamming down the fist. Go seriously do this. I don't know if it's cheesy or whatever, but for me, when I get ticked off or pissed off about something, when I get intense about stuff, that's when stuff in my life starts to change. That's when stuff starts to go well the way I want it to. If I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and it's this future plan things. Like it doesn't ever really happen. If I start to look at myself in the mirror though, and I have to get a little bit pissed off, and sometimes. What's nice about that is that the first few times I try something, I fail. I fail like crazy. I fail a lot, fail often, and fail hard, and it pisses me off more. And so I just push harder and ask more people and research more and learn and try and launch. And so finally, I don't know what really shifted, but it was about a year and a half ago. Things started changing, and suddenly all this stuff started making money, and I was like, I think I figured it out. But anyway, it came down to this point of me trying to get good at it. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this is that I've had a shocking number of you come to me in especially the last like 2 weeks, and say, Steve, please teach me how to be a funnel builder. Please teach me. And I actually, I got something cool that I'm kind of working up in the background for all you guys who've been asking that. It involves you guys being able to come funnel hack with me for a little while. Now, I'm not ready to announce that yet. It's a little sneak peek of what I'm thinking. It'd be kind of cool, but enough of you guys have asked that I just wanted to point that out, that there came this point where you got to get pissed off about it. You got to be, I don't know, don't be bashful about trying to be the best in the world at it, right? Make that, meaning that's not going to happen on accident. You have to do that stuff on purpose. Go just build. Okay, so I told you, these are really the 4 things I tell everybody to do who is going to get into ClickFunnels, right? Number 1, read .com secrets. If you don't like reading, listen to the audiobook, but look at all the pictures and the graphs. No joke. That book will shortcut so many things that I had to go through to learn what I have. Okay? I'm talking years of stuff. All right, it is the most influential business book and personal development book that I have ever read. It's very, very, very tactile, very, very how-to. I don't know how else to give a great promo for it. In the blog post with this podcast, at blog.salesfunnelbroker.com, I will include links to all these products. You guys don't have to go search them out, okay? Yes, they're affiliate links. Get over it. If you I'm just saying. Anyway, copy me though on that, okay? That's the reason I do this stuff. And yes, I put you through affiliate links. Yes, I send you guys email promos. Yes, I do. But look at what I'm doing because it works, okay? Anyway, back to the list. So number 1, you've got to read .com secrets. Number 2, please go watch the Funnel Hacks web class. Obviously, I'll put those links in there as well. You have to be able to go do... Anyway, go watch the Funnel Hacks web class. It will show you what it means to be a funnel hacker. That's why you have to watch that. Number 3, go get the ClickFunnels trial. And number 4, once you have the trial, go find the industry and the business that you would love to have the most and go funnel hack them. And if you watch the web class, you'll know what that means. Copy them. Okay? This is what I tell everyone else. Don't model right at first. First, you just got to learn how to use ClickFunnels. All right, so go find a funnel of the funnel that you wish you had, and I want you to copy it. Literally everything, pixel by pixel. Try and recreate everything you can inside of ClickFunnels, and that's kind of cool. I told you guys a story once. I definitely did that. Did that on a date once with my wife, and I cloned out the homepage of the email company GetResponse because anyway, I was just seeing how it worked. And like pixel for pixel, no joke, I cloned out that entire homepage, and I was like, oh my gosh. And that's really that's about the same time I hit the counter and was like, I'm going to get the best in the world at this. And anyway, so those are the 4 things. Go do that. Now, how this ties back into the haircut, I've been teaching these things to the person that cuts my hair. And I was like, so go do this, go do this. She's like, she just got divorced with her, her husband. And she's like, everything sucks, and she's kind of in a dark place or whatever, and she's like, I wish I could have more money, I could do some more things. And I was like, here's how you do it, right? And she okay, so that was like 2 or 3 times ago she cut my hair, so that's probably like 3 months ago. So came back, she hadn't done anything. She's like, what was the name of that book again? And I was like, oh crap. If you don't read the book, like, I know you're not serious. That's seriously one of the ways I vet people. And that's the thing that Russell and I have figured out as well. If you suck at ClickFunnels, usually it's because you have never read the book. Anyway, So, and then so she was just like, no, I hadn't read it. And then I came back again. She's like, oh, I got the book. I just haven't read it. And this last time she's like, I've got the book. I actually downloaded it this time. I just haven't read it. I don't know. I just like to go home. I don't want to have to learn anything. I don't want to have, she seriously said this. And I was like, oh, you are not my target. I'm going to give up on you. She's like, I just don't want to learn anything. I come home after work. I just want to, honestly, I want to party. And I want to just kind of not do anything when I go home. And I was like, okay, really?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, please don't be any people like that. You know, just, oh man. Oh gosh. There's something almost sanctifying to this entrepreneurial struggle that you and I are involved in. You know what I mean? It's very cleansing. It shows you. I remember Robert Kiyosaki said once, he said, one of the reasons why business is so amazing is that, especially entrepreneurship, is that if you go and you decide to be an entrepreneur, and you're pushing really hard, right? And he's written those books, you know, obviously Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Cash Flow Quadrant. Those two are my favorite from him. Some of the others are a little fluffy for me. I like the tactile stuff. But he wrote in there that as you start to get down this, and you start on this entrepreneurial journey, it's exciting at first, right? Very exciting. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, you know, and you kind of beat your chest a little, and you're like, yes, I'm going to go do this, take over the world, you know? And you're like, wait, what really does that mean? You know, and one of the first hurdles you're going to hit when you start moving as an entrepreneur, and this is what he teaches, is that you're going to experience some serious personal character flaws. Business will do this thing that it guts you, right? It takes you and it guts you, and it shows you, hey, Steve, here's what you suck at. Oh, did you know that you are a night owl? Like, no, actually, I didn't know that. Business and the pressure, the good pressure, but the pressure of entrepreneurship. Wow, you showed that to me. I have a hard time sleeping sometimes if I'm trying to get something to work and it's not working yet. You know what I mean? Oh, wow, I get a little bit edgy when I got X, Y, and Z on my plate. Wow, character flaw exposed, right? You guys see what I'm saying? And for this lady, for this girl who was cutting my hair, she's having the exact same things happening to her, and I'm watching it. It's like, wow, that's the first hurdle she has to overcome. Yes, I have to learn stuff to actually be successful. You know what I mean? And so you can kind of think back and go, wow, what are the character flaws that have been exposed to me while I'm trying to build sales funnels, right? What are these character flaws? What are the things right now? I'll tell you right now, like I said, I get so excited about the things that I want to go build and put out there, and I'm building like I'm building 20 funnels right now. It's almost 20 funnels, and I got to get them done in the next like 2 weeks, okay? These are on the side just personally, okay? It's a crap ton of funnels. Anyways, and here's one of my character flaws, okay? I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second here, all right? I love to lift weights, but when I get excited about stuff, the thought of spending an entire hour to an hour and a half in a gym not being able to build cripples me. And so I don't go. And so there's times where there'll be like 3 or 4 weeks and I don't go to the gym. And so I've actually told my wife I think it was last Sunday. I leaned over to her and was like, hey, look, I'm not out of shape. Like, sure, I'm out of shape because I'm not like, I was 6% body fat when I was in college and jacked and ripped and competing and winning in sprint triathlons and things like that is awesome. But so I was like, man, I feel chubby. I don't feel good. Like, I'm loving what I'm doing professionally, but like, I've got to have more life balance. I need to go start lifting more. So I've been lifting in the mornings. It's been great. But for you guys are going to have the same things that happen to you. You're going to have your character flaws exposed. Wow, I didn't know I was shy in those situations. Wow, just watch your responses as you try to push forward and get things done. And you'll start to notice and start to see that character flaws will pop up. Now, there's going to be 2 things that happen when that happens to you. Number one, you're gonna feel some stress and pressure. Number one, and your inclination is to shy away and go, oh. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't get into entrepreneurship or try to make extra money on the side, or even just little lifestyle businesses so they can do things like take a cruise, you know, or whatever. They'll say, oh well, I'm not X. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough energy. I'm not good on camera. I can't do a podcast like Steve. I can't. It's like, I was scared to death to launch this podcast. I barely did it because I was so scared that you guys weren't going to like it. You know what I mean? There's been overwhelming response. You guys have liked it, which has been great. And it fuels it, right? And I'm realizing And so you guys need to know this also. You are better than you think you are. You are already. If you're already pursuing down this path, you're already owning and having and possessing knowledge of something that's going to make you better than the next guy, okay? I mean, professionally, okay? Competition-wise, free market capitalism-wise, right? Anyway, so that's the whole thing. And these are all the thoughts that started just sprinting through my head as this girl was cutting my hair. And I was like, gosh, her character flaws are being exposed to her. She's not doing the 4 things that I told her to do. She's not like this. She until she faces that character flaw, like some character flaws we feel are roadblocks. This was the 2 things I was going to go into a second ago. Some of them are roadblocks, meaning you will not progress unless you get over it. And then some of them are just like hindrances, right? They're annoyances. Like, oh yeah, I'm tired pretty much all the time because I'm a night owl. Oh yeah, like I'm not going to the gym like I want to. Oh, you know what I mean? Like some of them are character. So as you push forward, business, remember that business is all about pushing out your differences and exposing your strengths, not your weaknesses, right? So the temptation will be to confuse your business activities with your character flaws, and don't do that. If you start to go through and you start saying, well, I'm really, really bad at getting up early, so I'm probably not gonna be able to do this business. Like, no. What are you actually selling? What's the offer? What's the product? Remember, that's separate. Think of the business as a separate entity than your own character flaws and body. And you're trying to grow this thing up like it's a child. You're trying to raise it. Does that make sense? So anyway, those are the 4 things that I wanted to go over. That if you want to get good at funnel hacking and funnel building, you got to go through, read the book, watch the web class, get ClickFunnels trial, and then go clone one of your competitors. And then number 2, understand that as you go down this, you have character flaws that are being exposed to you right now, right? They're blowing up in your face, and they're saying things like, "Hey, you can't do this." And sometimes they come in the form of others, like friends and family can come out. I've certainly had a lot of friends, that said some things like that. You're like, "Wow, oh, it's so cute. It's Steve trying to be an entrepreneur." You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, stop looking at me like I don't have a job. I have a job, and I have secondary income that is more than my job makes, so that's great, and I'm just having fun with it. So anyway, I want you guys to know that this is all obtainable to you. It's all very, very real, and the more real you can make it in your head and see it and catch vision of it, close your eyes, see that you are where you want to be, all right, and work your freaking guts out. You are going to be able to get to a spot, right, where you've got like, wow, I'm moving through the 4 things, the character flaws, I'm starting to overcome them, I'm personally growing because of business. Wow, go figure. Oh my gosh, and you're gonna start to get to the spot where you got all these assets out that you can go do cool stuff, like take a cruise, like my wife and I are gonna go do here next week. It is our 5th year anniversary. I guess these are my little post goodie announcements. And my wife and I, it's our 5-year anniversary. We got 2 kids. Totally awesome, and we're gonna go down to like Cozumel and Yucatan, and we're super stoked. It's gonna be a party. Anyway, and what's cool about it is that I know that when I come back, we will have made more money without me doing anything than we spent on the cruise, which is totally true. So that's the goal, and that's the reality, is that I got a few more funnels to finish in the next few days. I'm launching them, pushing them over to somebody else for them to do the final polish, and then we got a huge traffic source that we're dumping into. And I just know I've done this enough times now to know that it's going to sell a crap ton, and we're gonna make more money on this, being away than being here. So anyway, but that's the beauty, guys. That's what I want you guys to go for. If you guys, please tell me when you go take that first victory vacation, when you go take that first victory for whatever that is for you guys. My wife and I have just not gone on a vacation in 5 years, so it's gonna be great. Hey, the other cool thing I wanted to tell you guys that I'm doing, and please don't think I'm being self-centered on this, I'm just excited about it. I barely graduated high school. I was kind of an idiot. Okay, I seriously got straight D's every semester for algebra, for Spanish, for science. Like, no joke. I don't know what it was. My head just wasn't turned on yet. I remember this point where I feel like the lights turned on, and it was post high school. Anyway, so I barely graduated high school, and what's funny is that I was highly involved in extracurricular activities. I was in choir. I was in a lot of theater. I was a head editor for Yearbook. I got 3 state awards for my layout designs, which is great. So I was really involved in that kind of crap, but like the scholastic stuff, I really wasn't good at. And so what's cracking me up right now is that, you guys ever heard of DECA, like the DECA program? DECA has invited me to go speak at their regional conference with 3,000 kids tomorrow. So I am flying out in... I haven't even packed yet. I'm literally leaving for the airport in 30 minutes. I'm at the office. I got to finish something. Then I got to go throw some clothes together quick, and then I got to go. So that's exciting. And I'm literally going to teach 3,000 kids how to funnel hack. And the competition that they've got going on is that whoever can raise the most money gets a scholarship to college. And so they're going to use funnels to raise that money, and I'm going to teach them how to do that. It's very, very exciting. So I'm going to finish writing the speech on the airplane. I got to finish sending out. There's a few promos I want you guys to see that I am sending. Just know that they're promos, yeah, whatever. For some tools that I use that really speed up a lot of stuff. So you guys, you'll love them. You'll love them. So anyways, pay attention to your email. And then you guys, I just want you to know that I think you're all awesome. And if you need a pre-built funnel, definitely go to salesfunnelbroker.com. You can check out the free funnel section there. And then a lot of you guys have been asking me personal questions on Facebook and things like that. That's great. It's just really hard for me to get back to that many people. So if it's a question about funnels and like funnel strategy and stuff like that, go to salesfunnelradio.com, scroll down to the bottom right. There's be a green button there. You can click a button there and it'll record a question straight off of your browser to me. And I like to include them in the show. You might have just seen that the Hey Steve show with Becky just came up. She's asking about I think why we put order pages for almost everything that we can. In ClickFunnels. Some of it's a little bit more tactile, but just understand it's pretty awesome there. So anyway, if you got a question there, go ahead and ask it. I vet the questions. If it gets on the show, I send you a Hey Steve t-shirt for free. Start with saying, hey Steve, my name is, and then ask your question, no more than like 30 seconds if you wouldn't mind, and I put it straight in the show. So anyways, you guys are all awesome and appreciate it, and it's been such a blast to meet so many of you guys recently. A lot of you guys have reached out. So anyway, go crush it. Remember the 4 things. Remember character flaws, expect them, but go and tackle them, and go crush it, guys. I will talk to you after DECA and after our cruise. Oh, baby.
Thanks for listening to Sales Funnel Radio. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. Have a question you want answered on the show? Get your free t-shirt when your question gets answered on the live Hey Steve show. Visit salesfunnelbroker.com now to submit your question.